Hello 7th graders, I hope you have solved the last assignments and copied down in your notebooks. Children, we were doing the chapter Remarkable Rocket by Oscar Wilde, in which, in spite of repeated reminders by his fellow crackers, Roman candle, Bengal light, fire balloon, the remarkable rocket did not stop crying. As a result, he got wet and tears flowed down his stick like a raindrop. Now let's continue with the chapter. The moon rises, music plays, and prince and princess dance as flowers watch them. It was a time of fireworks. King ordered the display of fireworks. Even the royal pyrotechnician and his crew lit the fireworks. Children, it was an excellent display. Each of the firecrackers flew into the air and exploded and delighted the people. Next, turn by turn, every rocket flew into the air. First, it was the turn of Catherine Wheel. She spun round and went up. Next came Squib. Little Squib danced over all the place and she also flew high up. Fire balloon also flew high up in the sky. But very sadly, it was a turn of Remarkable Rocket now. He was so wet with tears, children, that his gunpowder was too damp to ignite. His most powerful thing was that gunpowder. That was the most powerful thing that made him ignite. But that gunpowder was too damp because, why? Because he was crying at that moment. Meanwhile, all the firecrackers had a wonderful time. Princess also enjoyed the scene. Children, just imagine the beautiful scene. All the firecrackers are blowing high up in the sky and the remarkable rocket is left alone. The next day, the workmen came to put everything tidy. This is evidently a deputation. Deputation means mission, said the rocket. I'll receive them with becoming dignity. So, he put his nose in the air and began to frown severely, but they took no notice of him at all till they were just going away. Then one of them caught sight of him. "Hello," he cried, "what a bad rocket!" and he threw him over the wall into the ditch. Now children, what happens in this paragraph? When the workmen came to clean the court, the rocket saw them and believed that they were about to honor him. And so he put his nose in the air. He felt proud of himself and pretended to be thinking of very, very serious thoughts. But workmen didn't notice him. But when they did, they called him a bad rocket and threw him into the ditch. He heard him saying bad rocket, but rocket said he must have said grand rocket, as grand rocket and bad rocket sound similar. Then the rocket fell into the mud. He sank a little deeper still into the mud when suddenly two little boys came running down the bank with a kettle and some sticks. Now children, two boys have come there. They are having kettle and some sticks in their hand and they are planning to boil some water. This must be the deputation. Deputation again means mission. Now the rocket thinks that there must be some mission, that they are having something kettle and some sticks in their hand. Definitely they must have come with some mission. And he tried to look very dignified. Again he is very boastful. "Hello," cried one of the boys. "Look at this old stick. I wonder how it came here." And he picked the rocket out of the ditch. What is that old stick? That old stick refers to the stick of rocket. "Let us put it into the fire," said the other boy. "It will help to boil the kettle." Now see what they are planning. They are planning to boil the kettle with the help of that wooden stick of remarkable rocket. Now, so they piled the sticks together and put the rocket on the top and lit the fire. Now see the destiny of rocket, how he is being burnt. This is magnificent, cried the rocket. They are going to let me off in broad daylight so that everyone can see him. Now see again that rocket is so optimistic. He is looking on the positive side, that he thinks that they are burning him in a daylight so that everyone can see him. Next, we will go to sleep now, they said. They refers to the two boys. And when we wake up, the kettle will be boiled. The boys laid down on the grass and shut their eyes. They slept. The rocket was very damp, so he took a long while to dry out. Finally, the fire caught it. The remarkable rocket flew into the air, shouting about how high he would fly and explode. And this exploding would be so deafening that it would be talked about for an entire year. He was so happy that he is being exploded now. The rocket exploded. But children, at last, nobody heard him. Even the two boys remained asleep. He thinks that, what a success I am. Nobody saw me. Now children, was he successful? No, he was not successful, because when he was launched, nobody was there to see him. He didn't get any appreciation from the people around. He was all alone while the others were sleeping. This was because he was let off during the daytime and the sun was blazing and no one could see that rocket. He was burned but without any use. Now children, what message you learn from this chapter? That we should be confident, but overconfidence is always bad for us. Pride and being arrogant can take us down and nowhere else. It will definitely land you in great trouble. Children, I hope this is clear to you and you learn a message from this chapter. Read the chapter thoroughly and go through this video again. And you have to solve the assignment also. Thank you, children.